Our Port of Subs sub of the game is Matt Legrone. Port of Subs sliced fresh sandwiches, and the freshman not a lot of points, but he's been pretty good stability-wise on the defensive end.
You know, he scored 7 points all year long. 2 today, that makes 9, but he's gaining experience by leaps and bounds. And we talked about his post defense. You know, you've got to learn the nuances, and when you come into this game, it's a lot different playing in high school where, you know, the guy that you might play against every 3 games might be, you know, 6'5" or 6'6", and you're playing against athletes night in and night out in this WAC conference, and so there's quite a bit of learning that goes on with these freshmen.
And Legrone, our Port of Subs sub of the game, home of sliced fresh sandwiches. 68-61. Nelson into Ingram. Wolfpack need a stop. Shiloh will pester Elijah Ingram. A pair of seniors going at it. Look at some of the heavyweights in this conference. New Mexico State, obviously Nevada, the class of the conference, and Fresno State's going to make some noise along the way. And that one is thrown out of bounds. That's the stop the Wolfpack needed. Nevada basketball.
That was good defense that time. New Mexico State trying to make a post feed, and they were trying to get the ball inside to Justin Hawkins so he could go one-on-one against Dennis Yakovlev. Just good interior defense and force that errant pass. Good ball pressure.
Sessions to Fazekas. So many of the passes that have either been tipped have also put Nevada in awkward situations. They had a good feed from Kemp, but so many times Fazekas catching that ball tonight, not in a position to shoot it quickly.
And credit to New Mexico State defense. That time they ran a pick and pop for Nevada, and New Mexico State rotated to Fazekas and forced him to make that extra pass, but Nevada getting a good shot nevertheless.
Tension building in the crowd. Reggie Theus calls a timeout. The Aggies clinging to a 5-point lead. Our player of the game is presented by Bullies, a sports bar for guys like us. And Nick Fazekas, what can you say, Coach?
Well, he's not 100%, but he's shot a very efficient 8-4-11 from the floor. You know, he plays within himself, and he understands that this is the time of the game where he's got to be assertive. You know, he's not exploding into that shot, but he's gathering himself, and he's using his smarts to create space, get those offensive rebounds. They often talk about you don't have to be the highest jumper to be an effective offensive rebounder, and when you work hard, you get yourself in positions to get those loose balls. That's exactly what happens. Right there, again, you don't see the explosion on the catch, but you see his quickness, beating the defense to the spot where he gives himself an opportunity to score.
Zeke is nursing that injured ankle. He's our player of the game tonight, brought to you by Bullies, the sports bar for guys like us. New Mexico State calls another timeout, and in a game that's a 5-point game with 1:44 and could get closer, those can become valuable down the stretch.
And you want that if you're the Wolfpack. That time you matched up, you saw exactly what the inbound situation was going to be that time from the Aggies, and you denied it. And you've got Fazekas setting out now. Not only has he had an opportunity to rest during the timeout, but you've gone with a quicker lineup to try to negate some of the dribble penetration that New Mexico State obviously is going to try to do in their half court. They've got 21 seconds left to go, and they've really made a point of these last few possessions of trying to either drive it to the basket or pound the ball on the inside, let their inside guys go one-on-one.
Each team in the double bonus. Each side also has 1 timeout remaining, a full timeout on each side with 1:44 to go. Rich Cellini, Larry Farmer, the 13th ranked Nevada Wolfpack on the road trying to get to 18-1, 6-0 in conference. Steep hill coming this last minute and a half against a tough Aggie team. Edey backing in. I think they're going to get Legrone for another push. Indeed they do. Call the freshman with a hold officially, and they'll send Edey, a 37% free throw shooter, to the line, and he hit 2 of 2 in his last time at the line and looked pretty comfortable.
Stepped up to the line and knocked those down, and you know, as you get further and further into the game, they become harder and harder. Coach Fox doing a terrific job of substituting offense and defense, and he swishes that one. He'll get Fazekas back in now for offense.
Big free throw here.
You play those percentages and you put a guy shooting 37% from the free throw line on the season at the free throw line, and
to make it a 3-possession game. He
And
gets the roll. Nevada needs 3 possessions. Yakovlev, big shot, is an air ball. Out of bounds. Shiloh touched it. Aggie basketball, 1:28 remaining, 7-point lead for the home team.
well, you've got to extend your defense now and really hope to try and get that quick steal and then attack the basket, because time and score, you're down 7. Just under a minute and a half left to play. The clock certainly is your enemy.
Ingram, chased by Shiloh. Elijah kicks it. Edey has it poked away. It'll be Wolfpack basketball. Well, that's as good of scenarios you could have hoped for Nevada. That's a quick trip down the floor.
And that's exactly what you want. You want that pressure to try and get New Mexico State to think up-tempo instead of taking time off the clock, to get them in a situation where they try and force the issue. Nevada getting that turnover, another opportunity to score.
Sessions quiets this crowd of better than 12,000. A full house tonight. Nobody has even thought about exiting the building.
And they tried to foul Ingram.
And now Coach Fox says no foul. No foul necessary.
5 seconds.
Instead, they get the foul. And Ingram's going to go to the line.
Boy, they'd gotten deep into that 5-second closely guarded count. I was watching the near official, and he had to be at least at 4.5 before that foul was committed. You know, when you go that long, you're almost better off seeing if you can get that 5-second count.
That's what Coach Fox was calling from the sideline. Just keep playing good defense, and Ingram steps up and knocks down a big free throw. So the senior showing some moxie. This the all-important one to get it to 72 for the Aggies. Seven-point lead.
New Mexico State will make a substitution when in effect gives them an opportunity to set their press.
Sessions drives, gets fouled on the way to the basket. Davis rides him. Foolish foul by Sean Davis to send Sessions to the line. Good news for Wolfpack fans. Stops the clock and lets you try to tack on 2 more. Bad news for those cheering for the Aggies.
You know, it's almost like watching, you watch those NFL games where defensive back will come in and he'll be fresh, and then all of a sudden the team on offense will try to go to their wide receiver. Sessions sees that he's got a new man in the game. Davis had just gotten in and he's guarding him, and no sooner did he get the ball across court, he took it right at him and got to the rack.
Lamont, 82% free throw shooter. Yakovlev sits down. Brandon Fields in the game. Sessions missed. Fields with the rebound. Gets it to Fazekas. And he gets fouled down on the floor. Oh, that's a tough break against the Wolfpack. Fazekas had a gimme underneath.
He did. And if Fields is not fouled, Fazekas is scoring that ball. It might turn into a very smart play by New Mexico State to foul early and not give up the layup.
Fields just 40% from the free throw line and did not look comfortable in his last trip to the stripe. The freshman. And this is the first. Well, you come to play Division I basketball, and Fields from Arlington, Texas, and welcome to the big time.
That's what you're shooting into, although Fields has got to concentrate and shoot right over the front of the rim.
Gets it. 67-72. Do the Wolfpack have another defensive stop in them? Ingram. Quickly fouled. Elijah Ingram, the senior from New Jersey. Started his career at St. John's. Quickly and confidently jogs to the free throw line to try to stretch the Aggie lead back